Hey, what's up everybody? Joey Bag of Donuts here, Javnetti Gaming, yada yada yada. In this video I'm going to show you how I scope out Cayo Perico in its entirety. Normally I look for guard clothing and 2 stashes of cocaine, but in this video I'm going to pretend that I didn't find any and show you my entire route as if I'm looking for cocaine and guard clothing throughout the entire island. I'm going to stick to the solo friendly secondary target stashes on the island, and I'm going to show you how I get to the communication tower as well. So let's begin. So first things first, once I get to the island, the first thing I do is run inside of this hangar to see if there's any cocaine. There's an upper and lower level, so the first thing I'll do is I'll check the lower level. Normally I only take photos of the cocaine, but sometimes I do struggle to tell the difference, so I'll use my phone just to verify with Pavel to see what it is. Once I check down there, I jump up here to see if there's any secondary targets. If you do find secondary targets up there that you like, you have to use that forklift right there and the pallet to my left right there to get to it. You can see that in the videos that I've done in the past, heisting out the island. After I check the hangar, I then run over to this table area. There is a possibility of guard clothing here. In this video there actually is, so I'll quickly take a picture of this real quick. But if there wasn't any, I then run over to this building that's behind that building where the tables are, run up these stairs, and at the very top at the end there's another possibility for guard clothing. After I check there, I run down the stairs into this barn looking thing right here and look through the fence for some more secondary targets. Now from here I'm putting on my stealthy snipes outfit. This does not help me at all, right? It's just for cosmetics. It's just to look cool. I like it, but it does not help you stay more stealth, so don't go ahead and think that this is doing anything for me. It's not. After I check that barn for secondary targets though, I do hop that wall you see me hop, and I run over towards this dirt bike, because this dirt bike will respawn after a while, and there's another dirt bike at the entrance of the airport. That one does not respawn, so basically I'm saving that other dirt bike just in case I do get caught. But after you check the airport, just follow this north coastline like I do, and just being careful you don't ride off into the water. I mean, that's common sense, right? But basically following this path right here is going to allow me to get to the north docks, and then when I'm through I can also get to the communications tower without going through that security checkpoint or gate or whatever you want to call. Right here you need to pay attention to that NPC on the road. He can spot you sometimes, so I just stay on the shoreline and make it all the way to this building. Basically just park the dirt bike here. I look at the mini-map, there's that guy walking on the dirt road there in front of me. I kind of wait for him to turn around the other way. I run over towards this dinghy because there could be guard clothing. After I check there, I run in front of this building here because there could be guard clothing there as well. After there, I'll run inside of here, look through the fence, see if there's any cocaine, and check right here for some more guard clothing. Now after I run and check all of this, I then make my way over to this little shanty by this water tank thing right here. There's a fence in here that you can look through to see if there's any secondary targets as well. Here I got some cocaine, so that'll be cocaine number 1 for me, because like I said, I do like to try to find 2 of them, and I also want to have guard clothing not too far from my cocaine stashes. Right here you're going to kind of be tricky because there could be a Jeep that comes and drives by while you're taking a picture. I've been caught a few times right there. But here I'm looking at the mini-map waiting for that NPC to turn around, and there's the Jeep I was talking about. So I just quickly ran over here, wait for the Jeep to drive by, wait for that NPC to turn around and walk the other way. And that's when I make my move for this dirt bike over by the telephone pole here. Now you gotta be really careful here. There's a camera right in front of me. Sometimes it's facing where the dirt bike is, so you really have to be careful taking that dirt bike. In this situation it was facing the other way, so it wasn't as complicated. Right here you just follow the coastline. There could be some guard clothing right here if you haven't found any yet. Then just do a little wheelie to bounce over that curb to get over that patch of water. Following the coastline, avoiding the bushes until you come up to this cliff. You don't need much speed, but just launch over the cliff like this. Boom. You've now avoided the guard tower and security gate. And just continue along this cliff until you come up to the dirt road. Again, being careful of NPCs, and there's a camera here as well. So just go around the camera, hop over this dirt road here, drive through the weed, well actually that's cocoa plants, and over here drive through the weed plants. There's a guard tower on the other side of those trees, but that guard does not see through the trees. I make my way through these weed plants here, cross this dirt road, park alongside this shanty, look through the fence, see if there's any cocaine. Those both look like weed to me, so we're gonna keep on going. So continue through these cocoa plants, crossing over the dirt road, riding up the hill, all the way to the communication tower. Once you're at the communication tower, you're going to have to locate the signal box to hack it. Now the signal box could be on the ground floor like it is for me, or you might have to climb all the way up the top of the communication tower, or it could be on one of the other levels on the communication tower. Once you locate it, just press right on the D-pad to open it up, and you're going to have to do a little bit of math. Here we got 45. Well, I know 9 times 10 is 90, and 7 times 10 is 70, so that 2 has to go on the X. 2 times 10 is 20. Then we just have to figure out the math from there. So 9 times 2 is 18, that brings it to 38, plus 7 brings it to 45. Really easy to do. But if you're not really that good at math, there's only 9 different possibilities, so just keep trying. Once you've successfully hacked the signal box, you're now going to have to go through the cameras. Now if you're doing this solo, you basically just have to go to the basement to check the primary target, and you can go to El Rubio's office to see if there's 2 artwork spawns inside of there. It is a rare possibility that that would happen, but if it does happen, it's going to make for a really fast and quick elite challenge using the submarine / drainage tunnel approach. But when you get to the cameras, quickly pan as fast as you can 3 cameras to the right. That will bring you to the basement. And 3 more cameras to the right will bring you to El Rubio's office. That's where you want to see if there's the 2 artwork spawns. If you're doing the heist with friends, you're going to want to go through all of these cameras to get every single secondary target within the compound. Gold is going to be your best bet. Once I've finished going through all the cameras and I'm 100% completely satisfied, I jump back on my dirt bike and I'm going to follow this path down this hill. Now, you can go any way you want. Like, you could have hit this barn before going to the communication towers, but this is the route I take. So after I finish the cameras, I ride down this hill, paying attention to the dirt road on the mini-map, cutting through some weed plants here, and graciously crashing through that fence, paying attention to my mini-map because there is an NPC right there, so wait for him to go by, and check through this fence for some secondary targets. Now there's cocaine for me, so I'm going to quickly take a photo of that. And then I'm going to get back on my dirt bike, and once again paying attention to the mini-map again because I'm going to haul ass down this dirt road. And I'm going to do a wheelie in between these objects here to get enough speed to bounce over that patch of water so that I can continue on with my dirt bike. Then we're going to head over to that building straight ahead here real quick because right here, another clothing spawn. So if you haven't found any yet, or if you're not happy with the clothing that you found already, go ahead and take a photo of that. Then see that guy walking over there? We gotta wait for him to get past that little shanty on his right because that's another location for secondary targets. So wait for him to get a little bit away, cruise on up, look through the fence. Looks like it's cash. Yeah, that's both cash. So then I just turn around and kind of go back over by the guard clothing I just took a photo of and cut through the grass here, riding up the hill. Leaving these buildings on my right, and I should have went around those trees, but whatever. Yeah, come up to this building over here. There's another possibility for guard clothing, so I just like to check that sometimes to make sure there's nothing there. And then after I check there, just cut across the dirt road, ride alongside the silo looking building right here, and then stop at the end of the silo building because, believe it or not, more guard clothing can spawn there, as well as some cutting powder. The cutting powder you can put into a water tank to make the guys shoot really shitty. and the water tank's right behind me. So if you find the cutting powder there and you haven't done it yet, I mean, you might as well just pick it up and climb that water tower and put it in just for the hell of it. I mean, if you're gonna do the heist stealth, it's really useless, but you know, just for the sake of saying that you did it. Yeah, and then I come into this barn and check for secondary targets, and that's it. Once I check this area, I'm done. And so now it's time to leave Cayo Perico. What I like to do when I leave Cayo Perico is I hold down on my D-pad and I select a story mode character that will force a save. And I have my submarine set as my spawn location, so when I go back online, I'll just quickly respawn back into my submarine. Now, if you don't press down on the D-pad and select a story mode character like I did, you're gonna have to go back to the airport. Now, there's a couple ways you can do that. You can purposely get spotted and they'll throw you back at the airport, or you can kill yourself, you know, jumping off something high or drowning yourself on Cayo Perico because you have no weapons. So you can do that, and that'll also bring you back to the airport. But the problem with that is then you have to load back to Los Santos, and it puts you inside of Los Santos International Airport. So you're gonna have to request your submarine, and if you didn't put it all away already, you're gonna have to put it away and then request it, and you're also gonna have to request a vehicle to get to the submarine. So I find it quicker to go into story mode. I picked Trevor there. Now I'm going to go to an invite-only session, and it's going to put me back into my sub, which is going to allow me to just be able to walk right up to my prep board and get my preps going. And I'm doing them in an invite-only lobby, so I don't have to worry about griefers, and I can get these setups done within 20 minutes to a half hour, and then another 10 minutes to do my heist, netting me this week around $2 million every 45 minutes to an hour. I hope this video has helped you out, and if it did, please lightly tickle that like button. And if you're interested in more GTA content like this and you absolutely love this video, I'm gonna need you to manhandle the hell out of that subscribe button and notification bell. My name is Joey Bag of Donuts. You've been watching Jad Nutty Gaming, blah blah blah. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm out of here. Peace. Gonna show you some tips, and not the tip that you wish it was, bitch. Joe Bags in the house. Once again, we're gonna show you some tricks on GTA. What's up, bitch? I can't rap, I'm not a rapper, I'm a gamer, but you still listen cause I'm insane, and that's my game, dog. So let me tell you one time, my rhyme will shine. And I know it cause I'm the best at whatever I do. So get the fuck off my shoe, you shoe. The best at whatever